Hello, guys. This is Pinky with Pink Global. I'm going to bring you a story that's going live right now. It's about the Kentucky shooter. Uh, he's still on the run. Five people have been injured. Let me just say everything on this channel is alleged. This is my opinion only, and this video is made for educational and entertainment purposes only. So I'm going to go ahead and cast this right now for you all. It is live as they're going. They're holding a press conference right now. I'm going to go ahead and get it started. It's with CNN News 18. CNN News 18. Okay, they're discussing the they're discussing the updated news on this coverage right now. Let me just try to get it up for you. Okay, until that stops spinning, they're discussing it right now. They have a press conference about the updates as they have it now on the shooter. Is a shooter in Kentucky. He's on the run now. 5 people have been injured, and I'm just going to bring it to you. I'm not sure why it is still spinning. Let me see if I make it smaller. Would it spin? It's still going to spin. I don't know what's going on. Normally, I don't get this, but it's spinning, guys. As soon as they can bring it to you, let me just put the thumbnail up so you can see what's going on. It's the breaking news live now to Kentucky shooter is on the run. 5 people have been injured. As they had mentioned before, a lot of people don't or did not know they had gunfire on their car or whatever until they got home. So I guess they're asking everybody to be careful. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me just put the graphic warning content up just in case. All right. Now, I'm not sure why it is still spinning. Let me just try to get it see what's going on with all this spinning. I know we got, okay, here it is.
Right.
I don't know. It had started and it stopped. You can see that this is live coverage right now. You can see. I'm not sure why is it still spinning, guys, but that's me typing in right now. Oh, I'm typing in on the one, not Pink Global. That is my other channel, Pinkie the Housewife, that I just typed in, made a comment, but I'm not sure why it's still spinning. Oh. Now I know we're supposed to have bad weather coming in, so I don't know whether that have anything to do with it, but I'm gonna go ahead and just let it roll. Let me see, can I find it on another outlet that's not, and see would that make a difference? Okay, just give me 1 second. Oh, here it is. I don't know why is it. Every time I click on it, it spins. Well, let me just leave it alone for just a little while and see what else is going to happen. Okay. And
Yeah. That would have been not the case this year. Give me 1 second. I think it was 326. Thanks. Jody Albright, the county attorney here. Okay.
I hope y'all can hear it. I'm afraid to even go and turn it up.
I'm Jody Albright, the Laurel County Attorney. I just want to say,
I really want to try to turn it up, but I'm afraid to turn it up. Now, this is is live. This is live with CNN News 18. They're giving an update through a press conference about the Kentucky shooter on the run, live. 5 people injured. Kentucky News Live, N18G. So they're giving a live update and everything. Let me just try one other thing, guys. Okay.
so without any further ado,
There we go.
sure. All you-
Now let me
Hey
see.
guys, I
What it
want to
let
thank
me.
you for being here today. You guys have done a
Oh,
wonderful
we're doing
job.
good.
First and foremost, we want to our sympathy and prayers to these victims. Please, everyone, if they will, remember these families. Remember all our law enforcement agencies. I'm going to try to give you a brief synopsis. I know you got a lot of questions on the containment, why we're doing this, what we're doing. We will open it up later after we have a couple more spokesmen, and hopefully we can answer your questions. We will stay on track with this is open investigation, so there may be some things that we can't answer. We will try our best to get you an answer, but we may not be able to answer it at this time. We'll stay strictly with what we got. We're not going to try to deal, with the what ifs and could it be's, and we're going to try to give you actual, factual what we're doing. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here and putting the interest in getting this out to our public. It's very tragic. This is something that you don't foresee, but it has happened, and I can kind of tell you the way that we're handling the situation. As you can see, we have many partners here in law enforcement. The Kentucky State Police, who have just done a wonderful job with us. They provided manpower, resources, whatever, doing a great job with us. We have our partners here, county attorneys, legal team, Commonwealth attorneys, and along with the London City Police Agency represented by the mayor, chief, and assistant chief, FBI, and ATF. So with this group here, surely we can get you some answers. Yesterday, as you all are aware, I'm sure you went through, we did have a shooter at the exit 49. There have been 5 victims, that's confirmed. I think they're all going to be okay. It's nothing. I don't think we're going to have no fatalities. Just keep, like I say, when I open, keep all them in your prayers. I don't think there'll be no fatalities. But we have got, there was a shooter. It appears that he was using an AR-15 as the primary weapon. We have located evidence at the scene. We know where the shots was fired from, his location, some cartridges, a gun, and a vehicle. Everyone that we have, names that we've come in contact with has been interviewed, and we have just, everyone together with the joint effort has done just an outstanding job with this, and I'm so very proud of all of them. Also want to give a special recognition to some people that are law enforcement. They wear down, but we have more coming in, and the dispatchers at Laurel Dispatch has just been phenomenal. They took the initial call. They have stood with us. They've took all the calls. Of course, we got a lot of calls that we see this guy here. We see him here. We have checked all those calls. We do not know that he has left that area. That's why we're concentrating on this exit 49. We've had calls on all parts of the county. We've had calls out of the county. Those have been followed up, and none of that is so. So what I'm going to do at this time, I know the big question is what are we doing and the containment. Why are we at exit 49? I have my lead investigator, Detective Richard, or Commander Richard Dalrymple. He's the lead investigator on this, and also he's the
Fair has helped us find products that align with our taste and values. Our store is unique because we're selling bright and colourful things that just makes your home a bit more fun and exciting to be in.
At Thomas J. Henry, I see it as excellence in diversity. We have Black lawyers, we have brown lawyers, we have women lawyers, we have white lawyers. There is a diverse group of people. In the twilight of my career, I get an opportunity to come to Thomas J. Henry and work in a system that opens the door to everybody.
We formed a perimeter last night at exit 49. We had a counter sniper team there all night long. We did not continue actively searching. We just contained it last night. We waited for daylight in order to approach it again and see if we could locate the actual crime scene. We went back this morning. We took a tactical team up on the mountain and we located 3 different sites where there was evidence. As the sheriff said, we located where we are now certain that the shots were fired from. We have searched that area all day long. And at some time this afternoon, I don't know exactly what time we did it, we have asked the KSP to step in and take over the manhunt and run the manhunt for us because we have exhausted the personnel we had available to do it. We will continue the criminal investigation throughout in conjunction with the FBI, ATF, the city, everyone here. But we at this point have turned the manhunt over to the Kentucky State Police, and we will be assisting them moving forward in that regard. That's it as far as the containment is concerned.
And I would like to say, to the residents, I think a question is, you guys quit at night. Well, what's to say, this guy's not moving on the ground at night? Well, he may be. Last night, we're not going to send deputies, troopers, FBI agents, or whatever in walking through the woods because we do know this guy is armed, supposedly armed. And that's why, he could be sitting and, we're not going to be sitting ducks in the woods. But we did have snipers that was on point that stayed at scene all night last night looking at the ridge where the shots was fired from. And I can guarantee you one thing, we're doing aggressive patrols. I spoke with KSP, Public Affairs Officer Scotty over here, and he says, they have like 20 units that's going to be in the area on patrol tonight. The Sheriff's Office has patrol units. The city has patrol units. We've had numerous outside agencies that's come in to tell us. So when we say, these efforts cease at night, it's just for the safety of those that's searching, but still yet we have patrol efforts going. So at this time, I will open it up and we will do our best to try to answer your question.
Sheriff, he may be watching this. What is your message to him?
Well, my message would be, that we would ask that he would give himself up. And we're not going to quit until we do lay hands on him. We was really hoping, maybe we wish that would have been last night. We was hoping today. We hope tonight. We hope tomorrow. But this effort is not going to stop. We've already got all the arrest warrants. The Commonwealth Attorney here has prepared that, looked over that. Everything's in place. So if we do lay hands on him, that we will take him into custody. So if he's watching, it would be his best interest to surrender and turn himself in. Hopefully, no more harm to no one else or to the residents or to our officers.
Sheriff, you seem to believe pretty perfectly that he's still armed. I'm curious, was there any evidence you found, maybe a second caliber round or something like that that would indicate that this individual is carrying another firearm?
No, we're going on what we've been told, and like I say, it is an open investigation. I really can't elaborate on that, but we have been told that. As far as knowing, we've not laid hands on him. We've not recovered no other weapons. That's just what we've been told that we're passing on to you.
can I ask, what do you mean it's what you've been told?
We've been told by some outside sources that he could be armed, but we're not revealing that. We don't know. We cannot verify that. Like I said, we've not laid eyes on him or contacted him. We don't know, but we have been told. That's the way we're going to treat it, you know.
But
Do
these
we-
Sources, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But these are sources outside of, when you say outside sources outside of law enforcement.
Yes.
Do we know how he obtained the AR-15 firearm that he used and how many other weapons he may own?
He obtained a firearm at a local place here in London, but it was obtained, you know, legally. He went through the ATF. He went through all the proper paperwork, and we have the paperwork. We have that paperwork, copies of the receipts. But that was obtained, you know, like you know, if you're not a felon or something, you know, if you can go in and you can fill the paperwork, anyone can purchase the guns.
When was that?
That was yesterday.
Around what time this evening did the active search conclude?
I think it was after dark, right at the edge of dark. But you know, when you say conclude, you know, it's like last night. You know, at dark we did conclude. But KSP had choppers up with FLIRs. We had drones with FLIRs. You know, but it was right at dark today.
How big is the search area and how much has been searched?
I have somebody else will probably have to answer that. It's huge. And that area, you know, I know you guys have heard all day that it's just really, really rough terrain. A lot of cliffs, mountains. It's really rough terrain. But I don't know if anybody got a better. There's thousands of acres. I mean, I can't tell you exactly how many. There's just thousands of acres. Yeah. It's a big area, very secluded. A lot of national force on it.
How many people were searching?
I would say 150 plus. You know, I mean, I don't know if you can say actively searching. We have a lot of supervisors, you know, that's there. But going probably the ground crews, I'd say it'd be safe to say, Captain 40 to 50, maybe on searches. You know, just a rough estimate. I can't give you an exact number, but a large group.
What time will searches start tomorrow?
Probably going to be meeting in the morning at 0800, and the searches will start shortly after that.
What can you share about the background?
I'll have to let somebody else speak on that.
He's originally from the Knox-Whitley County area, and he does have a military background. He served in the National Guard for at least 4 years, and he was a member of the Engineer Battalion.
You guys mentioned that this area is large. Can you describe the terrain? Why is it so rugged?
I'll explain why last night was. So if you are getting off at exit 49, if you're coming southbound on the interstate and you look to your right, there's a cliff there, okay? And that cliff has a ledge on the top and then has a ledge about 30 feet down. He was on a ledge about 30 feet down from the top of that cliff where he fired from.
Better allergy relief for better boyfriending. Live Claritin Clear.
So aside from exit 45, are you guys canvassing any other areas?
I'm Master Trooper Scotty Pennington, Kentucky State Police. I'm the Public Affairs Officer here at the London Post. First, I want to thank everybody up here. The Sheriff Department, City Police, ATF, they have worked tremendously hard at this effort, and this is why they've asked us to come in and help with the manhunt. There's no way that they can continue to do this and do it safely. So we've got 16 posts around the state police, and we've requested troopers from several different posts to come in and help with this manhunt. Around 1,600 hours tonight, Sheriff's requested the Kentucky State Police to come in and help with the manhunt. We activated around 20 to 25 troopers from other posts and our post. And about an hour after that, we went in and searched a a very, when you say large area, for walking in a jungle, so that's what you're basically in, it's a large area. I mean, you actually need machetes and everything to get through these thickets of woods. And, you know, you can't do it very fast because you don't want to leave no rock unturned, and you don't know if he's in that area. So you got to be very slow paced at what you do. So that's why we brought in all the extra resources. We will continue to stay in the area. Us, the Sheriff's Department, Rockcastle County Sheriff's Department, will be in this area, make sure the citizens in that community, they feel some kind of sense of security and safety. Just give us time, and hopefully we can resolve this in a timely manner, in a very quick manner. I'm open for any other questions. I hope I answered your question.
How concerned should residents be that there's this guy out there and he's most likely armed?
Well, I mean, you need to lock your doors. You need to, if you have security cameras, make sure you're constantly watching them. Maybe keep your porch lights on. Have communication, have your cell phone, and make sure your phones are charged up, because you never know when you might have to contact somebody or law enforcement. And we want those tips. Like the sheriff said, we want you to call us. Don't care if it's a county over, if it's a Dollar General store, you see somebody walking up down interstate. We want you to call us, and we're going to answer those calls. No matter if it's a small road, it's a gravel road, it's a creek bed, it's the interstate. We're going to have officers and troopers and deputies in this area until morning breaks. At this time, I don't know that information. There's a lot of smarter people than me behind and behind the scenes working on things to try to find those answers. If maybe he's been in that area before, and that's technology that I don't know how to use, but we have resources that are trying to help us with that.
You know what his motive is yet?
I don't know what his motive is yet. That part is still under investigation by the Sheriff's Department.
To be clear, however, this was at random. He was up there shooting at people at random.
I don't know why anybody would go up there and start shooting at people. I can't get in somebody's brain of why they do something this crazy. But it's an act of violence, and you know, innocent people have got hurt, and property damage as well. And you know, for the people of Laurel County and Rockcastle County, I know they're at fear, and hopefully, you know, we're going to put it to ease soon.
So there's an array of agencies represented on this platform here. I'm curious, was he on anyone's radar prior to this incident?
Not that I'm aware of, but the sheriff might be able to answer that better than I can. But no.
No, sir.
Have you spoken to his family? And if you have, what can you share about that?
I've not directly spoken to. That is part of the investigation that at this time we can't discuss, but that we have interviewed family members. The Sheriff's Department has, and they're doing a great job with it.
Are you concerned that you don't have enough manpower to find this guy?
That's not my concern. I think we will have plenty of manpower, and you know, the state police work in conjunction with the Sheriff's Department. You know, they're getting a break. They need a break. When you're out there and you're away from your families, it's hot, it's cold. You got a lot of emotions going. You're away from your own loved ones. So sometimes you just need to step back, go catch a couple hours sleep, eat, and then get back in the fight. And we're going to take over and help them with that as long as they want us to.
Changing your strategy at all tomorrow?
Well, we have people that are a lot smarter than me that do this stuff pretty regularly. And, you know, we will continue to use helicopters and drones, K9s, search teams. We'll bring in fresh troopers, fresh officers from other agencies, and we'll work together to, you know, there's a lot of land out there. You know, he explained it earlier like a jungle, but it's also ATV trails. There's trails everywhere back in there where side by sides of four-wheelers and trucks go and drive.
You mentioned he purchased this weapon yesterday. At what time was that?
I don't have the exact time. We have it. I don't have it with me. It's sometime yesterday morning.
So it was in the morning and then in the afternoon.
That's my understanding, yes, sir.
And was it just the weapon or was it ammo as well?
It's the weapon and about 1,000 rounds of ammunition, most of which we have recovered.
You guys mentioned that you guys need a break from searching. How do you think he may be surviving out there?
We're still trying to ascertain how much preparation he put into this. We searched his house this evening. We have a lot of stuff from that, a lot of devices that we're going to download, that we're going to crack. We're going to get more information. But we can't rule out the fact that he could have committed suicide back there, and we have not found him yet.
Going back to his military experience, is there like an honorable discharge or anything you can share about that?
I don't have that information.
The longer he's out there, are you worried about more lasting impacts? Like schools are already canceling tomorrow. As more time goes on, he's not found. What could that look like? More schools not having class the rest of the week.
I think at some point we're going to do everything we can do to catch this guy or find him. And the longer we continue and the more area we clear and the more places we are sure he is not, the safer people are going to feel. And I'm confident eventually we'll figure it out and we'll find him. But at this point, we're doing everything we can to find him at this point.
You guys mentioned that he may not have been on anyone's radar. Can you just give us some insight? I think he did have some sort of, even if it's a small criminal record. Can you share what his record with law enforcement looks like?
It's minimal, my understanding.
I ran a statewide criminal history on date.
Okay, guys, I'm just waiting till that ad go away. I'm sorry that it popped up right in the middle, but whew, yeah, I think, oh, it's spinning now. So, but anyway, I think the residents have a right to be afraid when you got a mad person on the loose wreaking havoc just for unknown reasons. It makes you afraid. Okay, so here it is, guys. They're back.
I'd like to reiterate to the public in London and Laurel County, as the sheriff has said, is there's multiple agencies on the streets. Not only the London City Police, the Laurel Sheriff's Department. You may see the city police in the county. You may see the county in the city, state troopers throughout the community. And plus we have other agencies from like Williamsburg, Jackson County that are assisting and helping patrol throughout the normal patrols in the county and in the city. So while we ask people to be vigilant throughout their homes or about their travels, just rest assured too, you have a lot of emergency services that are on the streets tonight, and we'll be continuing tomorrow as well. As far as the schools, we have been in talks with the superintendents in this area. We will continue to update the school systems as we get it from the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. And of course, their priority is to keep our children safe. So it's going to be according to how the investigation goes leading in tonight and in tomorrow.
Guys, I can say one thing in this chat.
Any other questions?
It is some terrible people in this chat. They are saying some awful things. Okay, but I'm going to let you listen.
12 vehicles hit and multiple rounds in most of those vehicles. And I know from the brass that I saw this morning, 20 to 30 is my best guess, but I didn't count. So that's about as good as I can do.
Just to clarify, 12 vehicles hit?
So yeah, what you got to understand is
I'm not going to show the live chat. Okay, guys.
Shot were traveling in. There was also vehicles
enlarge it so
we
don't have to
no one
read
was
it.
injured in, and some of those vehicles got all the way home before they realized they had a bullet hole in them. So that number has climbed over the last 24 hours, and we're at about 12 right now.
So 12 vehicles hit by bullets.
Correct.
And I also just want to confirm with the number of victims, there was 5 victims wounded by gunshot and then 2 with car collision. They're injured because of maybe a car wreck with a total of 7, or is that incorrect?
I know of 5 victims. I know nothing about a car wreck that was unrelated to the shooting.
My name is Michael Stansbury. I'm the special agent in charge for the FBI's Louisville field office. I just wanted to come up here and say for a minute that we certainly know that the impact this is having on the community here in Laurel County, that people are afraid right now. They certainly have a right to be. This thing doesn't happen every day. And, you know, when someone's driving down the freeway and then random shots start coming in, it is terrifying. But law enforcement, the FBI, the ATF, and everyone up here is doing everything they can to, one, solve this investigation, to make the case to prove that this individual is the one who, in fact, did this crime, but also to make sure that we apprehend him and get him into custody. And whether that is tomorrow or tonight, tomorrow, or next week, we're not going to stop on this case until we do find him and we take him into custody. I will say that on the FBI's part, what we are here for is to, one, assist the Laurel County Sheriff's Department with the investigation, and 2, also assist the Kentucky State Police with the apprehension. We have essentially 4 types of elements out right now. First and foremost, we have investigators. We do have an office here in London with investigators. Them, and along with our agents from the Lexington office, have been down here and are working side by side with the Laurel County Sheriff's investigators, conducting interviews, collecting evidence, and trying to work as diligently as they can to solve this case. We also have our evidence recovery team that's been helping the Sheriff's Department at the crime scenes recover the evidence, package it, process it, and assisting with the search warrants to make sure we can analyze that and get them everything they need to prosecute this case. And then next, we have a tactical component. Our special weapons and tactics team is out actually working with KSP to try and find this individual. This does take specialized training, special agents, law enforcement officers with the skills and the equipment to traverse this. We just can't put any agent out there walking through the woods and safely trying to apprehend this individual. So we're working hard with that. And then finally, our victim services division is working with the victims that are in the hospitals around the area, working with them and their families, trying to do everything we can to support them. So we will be here until this case is, until, you know, this individual is in custody or he's found. So with that, are there any questions y'all would have for me?
You listed him as a person of interest for quite some time today, but I'm curious, what was the linchpin that kind of tipped this over to officially put him as a suspect?
I think the evidence that we recovered at the scene pretty much locks that down. I don't want to go into, as the sheriff said, of all the evidence that we've collected, because there is a case that if we do catch this individual, that, you know, the Commonwealth Attorney is going to have to prosecute him. So we don't want to obviously try this case in the media, but we do have solid evidence. As the sheriff said, his vehicle was at the scene. A firearm that he purchased yesterday was at the scene. I am confident that his fingerprints will be found on that firearm. His DNA will be found on that firearm. And there is other evidence from, as the sheriff said, witnesses we've talked to about statements he's made and things he said. So we've got the evidence we believe to, you know, to put forth that he did this. So we're pretty confident we have the right individual.
Can you elaborate? What do you mean statements that he made?
To other people, things he has said to other people.
About wanting to do something?
All I will say, I don't want to go into the details of exactly what he said. All I will say is statements he's made, interviews people about his state of mind and what he wanted to do. We have interviewed people. We feel pretty confident that this is the individual.
Do you feel like you're dealing with somebody who is well equipped to stay out of the woods for a while? Is there any indication that, you know, he's been an avid camper or enjoys running?
I don't know that, you know, I know the information that we have. I don't know that I would want to just give that all out here right now because one is, I think you said earlier, he could be watching this right now, and we certainly don't want to tip our hand on everything that we're doing and everything that we know about it.
Do you think that he has communication device?
It's possible, but I do not know at this time if he has one with him or not. All right. Thank you.
I'm Major Eric Walker, Kentucky State Police. I just wanted to reassure everyone that Kentucky State Police, at the request of Sheriff Root, has undertaken the steps to move forward with the manhunt portion of this in conjunction with other tactical resources that we have available through the state and our federal partners. We have a plan in place that we'll execute tomorrow, not to rehash. The citizens of the Commonwealth here in this locale can be assured that state police resources have been brought to bear. There will be routine patrols in the area, and we have ensured that we've got.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna let that ad plays away. They got an ad running, but let me just say this. I think there's probably a still long press conference that's continuing. So I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but I'll let it run for a little while longer. Okay. So just in case if any of you live in that area, or know family that's in that area, you can watch. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself so I can turn this back on.
If they're talking to some people, I don't think they were married. That's when I stepped back. I wanted to check again. So I'm not going to speak as to exactly the character threatening charge and underlying. I don't know the facts to that. So I'm not going to speak to the facts, but I do know that it's conditions bond. I can be in contact with the victim. And that's where I misunderstood it and misspoke. Any other questions, guys?
How long ago was that charge dropped?
That would have been Knox County this year. Give me 1 second. I think it was 326. Thank you. Jody Albright, County Attorney here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Jody Albright, the Laurel County Attorney. I just want to say to the citizens of Laurel County and the surrounding areas, even this morning when we were at church, we saw a state trooper in our parking lot. There is a greatly increased law enforcement presence in Laurel County as we speak presently. I also have at the UK game, I was at the UK game last night or yesterday afternoon. Didn't get to enjoy that game for a couple of reasons, but one was that my phone started blowing up. And it is amazing the outpouring of support from different counties. My fellow county attorneys, Commonwealth attorneys, elected officials. I've had contact from KCO officials who have offered support and wanted me to, when I had a chance, and I'll take that chance right now, to encourage our local law enforcement and to thank them for all that they do. So I want to thank each and every one of you officers and elected officials for all you do in keeping Laurel County safe. I understand that people are afraid. I get that. But there are no finer law enforcement officers and first responders than there are here in Laurel County. And we do need to be vigilant. You need to be constantly on the lookout until this passes. But rest assured that everything that can be done is being done. Rest assured that once this individual is captured and taken into custody, that he will be prosecuted. And I have utmost faith in our Commonwealth Attorney, Jackie Steele, and our judicial system that he will be brought to justice and justice will be served. But please understand that what they're talking about, as a young man, as I was out in that area, Cromer Ridge area, it is a vast area. He could be there for a long time. If he's still alive, he could be there for a long time. We don't know. But I have utmost confidence that if he is in this area, he will be found and brought to justice. So, and I would also reiterate that if anybody has information, please bring that information forward now. No tip is too small, and please share that. You don't know, that tip may be the tip that solves the case or brings him to justice. So, any questions from, I guess, for myself or Jackie Steele on the legal aspect of this case? All right, good, thanks.
Okay, guys, in closing, I just want to reiterate to the residents of this county that you can see the guys that's representing each agency on this stage and myself that we're doing everything that we can do. And like I say, just be confident. I want to thank the people for everything from a prayer to we've had lunches, we've had water, we've had phone calls, we've had tips, and that's exactly what we want you to continue to do. But we are out in full force, and I'm confident, as JL said, that this guy will be brought to justice and he will be located soon. And I thank you guys. Thank you.
Okay, guys, press conference is over. Okay. Thank you all for staying with me while we watch this press conference together. All right. And, you know, if you have any family and friends there, you may want to reach out to them or whatever. But thank you guys. All right. And any continuous update, if I get them, I'll try to go ahead and bring them to you. All right. Remember, this is Pink Global, where we cover all kind of news, not just celebrities and reality stars. We cover the everyday people as well. All right. Whether you're in the United States or out, it doesn't matter. We cover everything. All right. So thank you guys. You all have a good day and continue to enjoy your Monday. Bye-bye.